everyone, and welcome back to this week's video. Today I thought it'd be lovely to showcase and share with you a little bit about our antique doll collection. Naturally, 47 years in the wonderful world of dolls and teddies. Our business originally started in 1977, only selling the antique dolls. Of course, that has progressed into selling all types of wonderful dolls and teddies, and of course the wonderful reborn babies, which we make in-house too. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few of the wonderful dolls and how easily it is to get into the world of collecting antique dolls. Now, many of you out there may think, oh my goodness, antique dolls, they come with a high price tag, and that's probably a collection that's going to be a little bit out of my budget. Well, how wrong you are. Today you can purchase an antique doll of great quality for quite a lot less than a reborn baby, but steeped with history, a massive part of social history. And wouldn't we just like to know where some of these dolls have lived in the past? That really intrigues me, all about the antique dolls and the stories that they could tell. The one I'm holding here is probably one that many of you will recognise. This is a German manufactured doll with a bisque head, a jointed composition 5-piece body, and this was made by a wonderful manufacturer called Marseille. Now, many dealers out there don't class them or rate these dolls as probably the best dolls to collect in the world of antique dolls. But for me, they're absolutely charming. And can you imagine how much pleasure this gave a child, maybe in 1920, who received this doll for that special occasion? Now, many years ago, in probably the 1980s and early 90s, these dolls were very highly priced. But things have changed, and collectibles on a whole have also changed, and we have seen the prices changing dramatically over the last 20 years. So a doll like this you can purchase here in perfect condition for just £99. Now, that is a great starting point in starting your antique doll collection. And if it's something that you've always been passionate about and may be interested in researching, then this is a great way really to step into the world before you're starting to invest thousands and thousands of pounds. Because naturally, as a collector, that comes with time, when you've studied the subject, and then you become very discerning into the type of dolls that you want to collect as well. So this one, a little Marseille called My Dream Baby, comes in all different sizes. They're often marked and numbered with the manufacturer's markings on the back, the size of the doll, which depicts the height of the doll. And also, it's important to look whether it's an open mouth doll like this one with the teeth, and they also come in a closed mouth version. Now, often it's noted that closed mouth dolls are a lot more sought after and collectible than open mouth dolls, but I think it's a case of personal preference. And at the end of the day, don't always collect for investment. Collect what you love and enjoy looking at in your collection. That's what's more important. And it amazes me really, because the work and crafts skill of making the open mouth dolls must be so much more than actually a closed mouth doll. So it's interesting how there's more work in this doll, but however, these ones are more regarded as the real collectible. So these are both made by Marseille, and you can see there's quite a difference in the look as well. Now, we also talk about the colouring of the dolls, and often the paler the skin on the dolls, that also depicts an older doll. So the rosy cheeks on this one was probably made in the late 1920s. This one looks a little bit paler, so probably a little bit earlier as well. But these dolls were extremely popular, and at the peak time of manufacture, it was said that up to 10,000 dolls a week were made at that time. Dolls were such a massive part of growing up as a child at that time. I thought it'd be lovely today to just showcase a few different styles. And can you imagine at that time all the manufacturers fighting for the business? The doll world was so large, you know, talking about turn of the century 1900, and really finding out unique and working on unique ideas that would really capture the hearts of the children and make their dolls more popular than the then extremely popular Dream Baby. So here we have a sweet little character, this this would be classed as a toddler. This one has the hair, so the dream babies tended to have the sprayed moulded hair. This one also has what we call a trembling tongue, so that moves when you lay her back, with the sweet teeth, the lovely lashes, also the painted on lashes, coming in quite a bit larger size. Now, thinking this is quite a large doll for actually a child to handle, the children then played with dolls a lot longer than maybe today. This one has also been truly treasured. She has her original wig and some very fitting clothing, although not original clothing, and her body actually is in extremely good condition. I mean, 100 years of play and these dolls are really still testing the time. So just really lovely. This one is made by Outback, another very famous company, and numerous amounts of factories really producing all the different types of looks, and like I say, exhibiting at the trade exhibitions and also fighting for the stores to stock their model, thinking of the latest model as well and what really would capture that child to what they would want to have as the doll to play with, which is no different today really, thinking of Baby Born, how that is successful, and also now we're moving into the world of reborn babies, and that has really captured the heart of children and collectors alike. So no different, just stepping back 100 years in time and really then moving into so many different styles of dolls, some which appear to us as more ornamental of course, but these were dolls to be played with. Now, many of these dolls were probably owned by affluent families. This would be a very precious gift, so maybe only played with on a weekend. So this one, a slightly different style coming in, a standing doll with a fully jointed articulated body. So we're thinking craftsmanship of over 100 years ago and the skills of these craftsmen. There's nothing really coming onto the market now that probably even matches the amount of skill in developing these dolls, with the bisque heads, the beautiful china teeth, and also the hand-blown glass eyes. Now, no two heads have the same shape or the same eye socket shape, so every single pair of eyes had to be handmade for each individual doll. Now, that is certainly a true skill. Many of the eyes are sleeping, so you could lay your dolly back and her eyes would sleep, and then of course they open again. The eyelids are waxed and some of them have the mohair eyelashes attached as well, so each one looking very different. But how beautiful is this one? She's a German doll and she's absolutely stunning. Now, my passion for dolls grew when I was probably around 8 years of age, and that Christmas I remember being bought a beautiful small antique doll, a little bit like this one. I absolutely fell in love with the hobby, and the collecting and the passion really started from that early age. And since then I've been an avid collector. I love all types of dolls. I can't really say I've even got a favourite because they all appeal to me in different ways. Sometimes it's about the originality, other times it may be one of my favourite manufacturers, or even just the quality and the fact in a way that the doll hasn't even been played with. In one respect, that's really sad that the doll hasn't been enjoyed by the children, but also as a collector, it's just such a find to find a doll that is just in such pristine condition, and in a way was treasured as such a special piece that it was kept for all these years. So this one is a little bit similar, made by a German manufacturer, and what I love about these smaller dolls is they actually have the moulded shoes in the leg. So these are really adorable. And again, there's so many different manufacturers, my favourite being Cameron Reinhardt, one of the really prestigious German companies who make some of the most wonderful characters out there as well. And also just the appeal. Often these ones could have been made also for Christmas fairies, for decorations in the home as well as being played and enjoyed with. Many of them also came with very elaborate outfits and also some trunk and trousseaux too. Look at this beautiful one here. Isn't she magnificent? In her original what's left of grass skirt and the brass earrings with the pierced ears as well. So this is a very, very lovely, sweet Heuberg Koppelsdorf doll, another famous German manufacturer, and the size of this is immensely appealing. This is classed as a cabinet size doll, and as a collector these are great to house. You can have a lot of them in a very, very small space. For me, I love the larger dolls too, but they do take some housing. So if you're starting out, sometimes the sweet little cabinet dolls are just a perfect starting point for your collection. There are absolutely so many amazing dolls that you can still find today, and we always have over 200 antique dolls for you to choose from in our special dolly room within our store here. It has its own little separate door, as we appreciate that these dolls are in great condition and we really want to keep them very, very precious for the collectors as well. So here is a sweet, adorable little doll, and sometimes these were also used for the dolls' houses. So again, a great little cabinet sized doll and perfect to collect too. It's probably an example of what we were talking about for ones that we use for tree decorations as well, and I'm sure this one maybe has adorned many Christmas trees as maybe the Christmas fairy, but still in her original outfit, those beautiful molded shoes, the bisque head, and even the tiny miniature sleeping eyes as well. I absolutely love the small dolls, the real craftsmanship again in producing something as petite as this but with so much detail. And in a way, like I say, these dolls were very real at the time. I know today they don't look as real as the reborn babies, because as time's moved on and styles have changed and the looks of children have changed, then of course, then 100 years ago, these children would look immensely real. And how much fun would that be, having one of these with sleeping eyes, a tongue and teeth? I mean, you know, they really do depict children of that time and era. So there really is so much history behind these fabulous dolls. I don't know what to show you next. There's really so much to choose from, and as we work through the eras, I mean, we have dolls here from 1860 right through to around 1950, and that's also an extremely popular area and has become so in collecting slightly sort of later dolls, and probably the ones you even have maybe as a child. It's lovely to find sometimes your childhood dolls from the 1950s and 60s, but every single one of these dolls here really has its own character. Look at this sweet little oriental baby. This is a composition baby, probably made in the 1930s. Look at the plait down the back, all in original costume, coming in at £60. Now, we haven't managed to build our website with the vintage dolls yet, and we do feel slightly sad about that, and the reason is that every time I go to load the website to launch it, the dolls get sold. Now naturally these are replaceable, but not with exactly the same model. I mean, if you take one Armand Marseille Dream Baby and you line up another 10, each and every one looks so unique. A little bit like the Luxe Reborn babies that we make here. We may make 6 of the same model, but again, every single one is so unique and different. So it's just a case of what appeals to you and what you love to have in your collection. I mean, you don't even have to have a huge collection of dolls for them to be really impressive in your home. Maybe just have 1 or 2 stood in a little group with some accessories and toys. Absolutely beautiful. For me, I love to find them in the original clothing, this silk dress, this beautiful hat, the original wig. It just makes them all so more precious for your collection as well. Looking at this adorable one earlier, this is made by Kessner. It's stamped 192, so sometimes the manufacturers may only stamp a mold number, but it's their mold number. So there's many reference books out there where you can research and source, and of course with Google now, type it in and there is all the information. It's really wonderful. This one really melts my heart. So these ones were often dressed as girls, very pretty girls like we've been looking at, and really to have a boy doll was even rarer at that time, and I just think this one is so gorgeous. It's all original. It's clearly being custom dressed. He has a beautiful little cotton shirt, his silk cravat, his beautiful sort of, it's like a wool Melton waistcoat. But what makes it for me is his little chain. He has an old pocket watch. I mean, how amazing is this? Look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? Absolutely fabulous. So that's really been treasured. His body's in great condition, this high gloss, high quality body, fully jointed, and even down to his original shoes. He's an absolute dream piece. The brown eyes, the lovely heavy brow, and the very, very clear colouring of the bisque, which is important when you're investing in the dolls, is that the bisque is lovely and clear with not the little kiln dust, so it's like little black spots in the bisque, and also the overall finishing and the painting, and that depicts the quality of the doll as well. This one coming in at £529, absolute adorable for your collection. And a nice size too, coming in around 15 inches. This now is a very, very desirable size to find as well. So I love this one. He just came in this morning and I just thought, oh gosh, I really want to share and showcase some of these gorgeous dollies that we have at the minute. Here is another absolute beautiful one with original wig, authentic clothing, all the markings on the back of the head, so that's what you're looking for if you're wanting to research your antique dolly. The lovely sleeping eyes, the beautiful teeth and tongue there, you can just see. Pristine body again, coming in just under £500, a great size and a very, very attractive doll of extremely good quality as well. What makes it really great here is that we're seeing a lot of younger collectors coming in now that are intrigued about the antique dolls. We're seeing girls of 10 and 11 who are fascinated by them and finding something to start their collection. Often that is one of the smaller baby dolls, as like I say, it's actually coming in less money now than a reborn baby. This one is also a very cute one. My little girl has fallen in love with this one, with this lovely cheeky expression there. Isn't he gorgeous, with the gorgeous brown eyes and the lovely shaped body. He's got what we call a bent limb here, the bent arm, and he's classed as a baby toddler as well. Also available with us here. So if there's anything that you see here in this room or on this video that you're interested in, then why not send us a message? Like I say, they're not on our website at present, as we do have many collectors coming to store especially for the antique dolls, but we're here to help. And if there's anything that we can tempt you with to start your collection, then certainly send us a message and we can send you more photos and more information. We do ship worldwide, that is not a problem at all. We have many methods of shipping such delicate items, and we do send out every single day from our store here. So there you go, we're not all about modern dolls, modern teddy bears. We literally sell everything from 1860 to present day, and we really pride ourselves on our choice, our selection, the overwhelming store that we have here with literally thousands of items in. And if you're not able to visit us, then these videos are great, and maybe you will see someone who you will fall in love with and want to adopt. That was just a little insight into what we're about here in the world of antique dolls and teddies, and thanks so much for watching. It really means so much to us. And we now have over 8,000 followers on this channel, and for a small family business that means absolutely the world to us. So thank you so much for all your love and support, and of course your custom. We are busier than ever, sending out all types of wonderful dolls and teddies, and it's all down to you for supporting us. It really is a massive thank you from us all. And keep subscribing, keep watching. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and you never know, there may be somebody in here that wants to come and live with you. Thanks so much again, and we cannot wait to see you and tell you all about what we're about here at Mary Shortle's.